Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well. I am going to do another reading regarding the 4 students that were murdered inside of their apartment in Idaho. I want to start by saying the last couple of days I've had 2 messages come through regarding smoking. So there's something involved in the case that involves smoking. I'm not sure what. I just had actually 2 different references to smoking. One to smoking cigars and the other one smoking regular cigarettes. So I'm not sure if the killer smoked. The feeling I get is like cigars represent masculine energy and cigarettes feminine energy. So I'm not sure if like they smoke together, like as a way to connect or something. There's something significant about smoking. I'm not sure what it is. It may clarify itself over time. Right now I just know smoking, there's something about smoking that's important, and that's all I know. And something to do with cigars and cigarettes. So really this reading is going to be about the Idaho Police Department. So there's been a lot of upset because people feel that the Idaho Police Department is not doing their jobs correctly or in a timely manner. So I am just going to pull some cards and see what comes out. My main goal is just to kind of feel out if they're headed on the right track and if there should be cause for concern. So I'm just going to shuffle and then we'll get started. Okay. Hope, discontent, and boredom in reverse. Okay, so those cards made me feel like there's no need to worry about what the police department is doing right now. Again, the same sacrifice in reverse and hope in reverse. So that makes me feel like the police are doing their jobs. And it's too soon to worry. Again, emotional loss in reverse, prosperity begins in reverse. I feel like what the public is experiencing is a normal reaction to a traumatic event. It's like, I feel like when something like this happens, it's like our feeling of safety is diminished. So the faster this person is caught, then we can start to feel safe again. So the more time that goes on when there's not like a suspect in custody, the less we feel safe. And I feel like that's where this criticisms are coming from against the police. It's like we want to feel safe again, and we don't feel safe knowing that this person who did this is walking the streets. But I feel like the cards and spirit are just saying, like, it's too soon to give up on the police just yet. Look at shadow, fertility. The police are hiding what they know. They know more than they are saying, which I feel like is definitely a good sign. This card is like there's progress in this case. I just heard the word leads. They have leads. I think that the police would be in a better position if they were to just say that they had leads, but at the same time I'm feeling like they don't want to spook the person that they suspect. Again, look at trapped in fear in reverse and emotional loss. And I think that these cards just represent what I just said. It's like there's the need to have a peace of mind about this case. Again, as long as this person is walking the streets free, with the ability to potentially hurt someone again, the more fearful people are, and that is an incredibly uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, fertility and trapped in fear. People are extremely scared at this time. Spiritual union and trapped in fear. I also feel like people that know the people that were murdered, our friends, our acquaintances, our family members, are also extremely scared right now, which is understandable. Third eye chakra, and spiritual union in reverse. So I feel like the people involved, the police are looking at their enemies or people they've been in disagreements with, had problems with. So that makes me feel like there are people in these four. That just flipped over. Disruption. As I was saying, these four individuals who were murdered, they do have enemies. People they had arguments with or disagreements with or didn't see eye to eye with. There are potential suspects. Disruption, transformation. Something happened before, like something fell apart before this murder that the police are looking into. Like something that was good fell apart. And I feel like this card just made me feel like, and someone didn't want that to happen. But there was a problem. Victory and success. Disruption. Yeah, something fell apart and someone didn't want it to. It's like they wanted to fix this problem. And I don't feel like they were given the opportunity to. And I feel like the police know this. The police are aware of this breakdown. They're not sharing it with the public. Yeah, look at fertility and third eye. They know about it. They know that something was not working. Firm foundation of fertility. It's like the case is going along. Okay, the case is moving. I feel like the police have more than enough resources to solve this case. They have everything in, I just heard wheelhouse, in their arsenal, I'll say, to solve this case. It's just a matter of utilizing it, seeing it, I guess. But they have everyone's accusing them of being, like inept or incompetent or too small town to solve this case. But I feel like they have everything they need to make solving this case happen. So the resources are definitely there, and the case is moving. Passion ignited in reverse, obstacles and challenges. Again, they have the resources, but do they have the drive to solve the case? There's a difference. And why wouldn't they want to solve the case? I feel like there's a reluctance. Why is there a reluctance? Rejoice in celebration and passion ignited. I feel like I feel like the public wants to see more enthusiasm from the police. But I don't think there is enthusiasm, and I'm not sure why that would be. The feeling that I get, sacrifice in reverse, rejoice in celebration in reverse. It's like, the feeling I get is like, no one wants to admit that darkness exists. And it's like, if they solve the case, they have to admit that darkness exists, but that doesn't. Base chakra and sacrifice. Okay, the feeling that I'm kind of getting is like there was perhaps something leading up to this incident that was ignored by the police. And perhaps if they solve this case, then that mistake might become public. Accelerated motion in reverse, base chakra in reverse. Yeah, to me that's just slow movement. The feeling that I get is like something was missed. Not on this particular case, but something previously went under the radar. Right, look at throat chakra in reverse, base chakra. Like, yeah, something went under the radar, something was not told or reported, something. There was a mistake. Positive movement forward and reverse and throat chakra. Someone is not speaking about this mistake. Okay, I'm gonna pull cards. One more shuffle and go into it. Yeah, there was something that I think wasn't taken seriously that should have been taken seriously that preceded this incident that may have altered this incident or stopped it completely from happening. But I think that has, yeah, like, I think everything in this particular case is being handled, but there's something prior that was not. And I think it's being hidden. Look at that. Truth, fertility. But the truth is going to come out. New beginnings and truth. Lies, the lies are going to be fixed. Yeah, someone overlooked or swept under the rug or something that could have prevented this. That makes me feel like whoever did this has had issues with the police. And I'm not sure that the police recognized it as being an issue. Like an issue that would lead to murder. I don't think there was no recognition. And I think that's wherein the problem lies. I feel like there might be some guilt about that. Bottom of the deck. Material and spiritual prosperity. Top of the deck. Stand your ground. That again, that's making me feel like someone knew about this person, and I feel like it was law enforcement, but they either didn't recognize this person, didn't take it seriously, but this person was doing enough. And I feel like maybe someone, maybe in authority, was like, well, that's nothing, just let it go. And instead of pushing the issue, the person just dropped it. Yeah. New beginnings. But that's about to change. I feel like this person is being taken seriously now. Their complaints or their reports. Obstacles and challenges. Yeah, like it's like what this person has done in the past, the light is being shined on them now. Like before, they were kind of, flying under the radar, but now, because of what has happened, they're brightly in the spotlight. Like the police know who this person is. I feel like I think what's hurting this is there's so many relationships to be examined. I feel like the police know who this person is, but they have to rule out everyone else also. Which obviously takes time. But I still get the feeling they know who it is. Sacrifice. Yeah. Like they have to... I just heard the word evidence. It's like they know who they know who it is, or they suspect who it is, but they need evidence and they need to rule everybody out. It's like they need to make sure that they're not jumping to conclusions, basing decisions off assumptions. I just heard rock solid case. I feel like they're building a rock solid case, and that is what the holdup is. It's like they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's. That's what I just heard. Root. Sacral chakra. Yeah, the police want to solve this case. This also made me feel like that is the issue with the killer. It's like the killer wanted what they wanted and would not take no for an answer. Like, this is a person that cannot accept the word no. And that's a problem. A huge problem. And I feel like that is a part of a healthy personality, is the ability to be able to accept loss in a healthy manner and move on. And if you can't do that, you cannot healthily exist in this society, because there's going to be people that don't like you, people that don't want to be around you, opportunities that are taken from you or that are not extended towards you. Like, someone that cannot accept that cannot function properly. Hence, this murder. This person was told no and could not accept no. Oh Lord. Base chakra. Yeah, the police know who this is. The police have reports of this person, complaints about this person, incidents with this person. Absolutely 100%. But the problem is, I don't think they chalked it up to being serious. I just heard the words teenage nonsense. So I think they may just have chalked it up as, young adults being kids, But actually, this person's behavior was leading up to something serious. But I don't think the police recognized it at the time. Shadow. So I feel like the future is going to be a lot more, veiled, vague information until the nail is in the coffin for this person. Like, the card makes me feel like it's gonna take some time. Because I feel like this person could be hiding. He may be hiding. Like, I feel like it's gonna take some time to really expose this person. But yeah, the future is gonna be more like press conferences that don't say anything. Because I feel like I feel like this person, they know who it is, but they may not recognize him yet. I know that seems strange, but he is known to them. But it's gonna take some time to actually come to like full realization. Like, of everything that he has done, everything that he's been doing. Like, I feel like there's a whole lot more that he's been doing that the police are discovering or going to discover. Like, I feel like this person has been doing, I just heard dastardly deeds, some of which have been caught, but I feel like a lot of which have not been caught. Oh God. Hope. Yeah, like, again, there's no need to worry. I feel like the police are on the right track. I feel like there have been some mistakes, but they're being corrected. Mental conflict. feel like this card is just representing the public. It's like no one knows what to think. Excuse me. Because the police are not being totally forthcoming, and it's being felt. It's like, do they know who it is or not? Should I be scared or not? And I feel like that's gonna be the state of being for some time. But I do again feel like the police have the right resources. They're moving forward. Again, there has been some mess ups. And I feel like the mess up is the person was on their radar and they didn't take it serious enough. So that makes me kind of wonder if the people in the house complained about this person or made a report that was not taken serious enough leading up to this. I feel like there's been reports that one of the girls, Kaylee, I believe, complained that she had a stalker. I'm wondering if she went to the police. There's something here about not taking reports seriously enough. So I'm wondering if the girls in the house complained to police, security, the school, something. I feel like it was to the police though. And what are the police going to do really? They can take the report, but unless a crime has been committed, it's like what are the police going to do? So again, resources are there, they're making progress. There was complaints that weren't taken serious enough. Spiritual union. Yeah, I feel like they I feel like the police are a bit nervous about another death occurring, which is understandable. No chakra. I feel like eventually the police are going to eventually tell us what they know. And I think that's what the public wants. And I feel like the public will eventually get that. It's going to take time. And that's what the public needs to understand, is that this case is so complex. The forensics has to be analyzed and investigated. The people involved in all 4 of these young people's lives have to be analyzed and investigated. That takes, an incredible amount of manpower and hours and time. A week? No. You cannot, unless they catch the killer, right on scene, covered in blood, it's going to take more than a week's time. Just the magnitude of the information that has to be analyzed. It really is incredible. Like the phone records and the whereabouts and the timelines and and just think their classmates and their co-workers and their family members and their relationships. It's like the information I imagine is incredibly overwhelming. So I feel like the public needs to just um, know that the police are doing their very best, and again, the resources are definitely there. They're on the right track. Um, there is that little pesky thing about previous reports that went under the radar. Um, which I feel like is holding the investigation back just a smidge, because there's going to have to be admissions of there's going to have to be admissions from law enforcement that they messed up a bit. So, and you know how it is, just as a human, when you make a mistake, you're not so quick to want to admit it. So there's a bit of a lack of passion, so to speak, because it's like they have to pick themselves up after a screw up. You know what I'm saying? Again, so in the future, expect more vague press conferences, more hiding of secrets from the police, or not secrets, but information, and not knowing the whole full story. But again, eventually there will be the revelation of truth. I also feel like the police are hoping that this person is deceased. I feel like they may suspect that this person is deceased. They want him to be deceased. There's something there about being deceased, hoping he's deceased, expect him to be deceased. Yeah. So that's basically my preliminary on the what the police department is doing, which I feel like is a correction now. Like, they screwed up and now they're correcting. Unfortunately, that screw up, I think, may have caused the loss of life. But hopefully, moving into the future, there will be no more. They will catch this person, and there will be no further loss of life. And that's the end of my reading, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.